Good afternoon to you. Glad you're able to join us on Newsfeed this afternoon. I'm Stephen Curtis. We start with the situation at the Gold One mine in Springs, where tensions are still running very high. A group of miners has been gathering outside the mine since Sunday, demanding that the union Amcu be formally recognized by the mine's management. Nqobile Madlala is in Springs monitoring the situation for us. Nqobile, good afternoon to you. What's the situation there this afternoon?
Stephen, yes, the situation, of course, just a bit complicated at this point where I'm standing. Just around me, the cars that you see are the cars for the workers that are currently on strike. Not far away from where I'm standing is where the workers have decided to basically have a meeting, and that's where they're grouped in. So what you see, there's the police speaking to one of the workers, and he was trying to get his car. We understand from the mine workers that there seems to be an understanding that their cars have been confiscated by the police, and so they can't come here because every time they come here, there seems to be a conflict between the police. However, the police are just doing their work at this point. What we saw a little earlier on is that when the mine workers tried to approach, we saw the police also getting ready. So not far from here, you can see some of the mine workers, they're still regrouping, but mainly most of them are behind and they've gone into the informal settlement. So really the issue here being the fact that, first of all, the miners want to come back here, and they have used this as one of their points where they have been meeting, and this is also their point where they're parking. They just want to come back and be at this point. They claim that they were working with the police yesterday and that nothing happened. But with the police that came in on shift this morning, a lot happened with also them having to fire rubber bullets to disperse them earlier this morning. But what we've also seen is that even though those miners are Amcu workers, some of them are saying that they're represented currently by Noom, but what they're asking is that Amcu be officially seen as the one with majority. Now, a little earlier on, we spoke to a guy who's lost his car. And why he lost his car, he says it's because he came here with his colleague to drop the colleague at work during this protest action. And as a result, he was almost attacked by some of the workers. And these are the claims, of course. The police are still investigating that, as he was speaking to the police a little earlier on. Now he's lost his car. It's been burnt. He says he didn't see exactly who burnt it, but what he knows is that he had to run for his life. And two other women that he was with in that car had to run as well. Now, we did reach out to Noom. What Noom has told us is that they are concerned too for the safety of the workers as well as the safety of their members. And at the moment, they're still locked in meetings. They're still discussing. We are understanding that on Thursday, Amcu and Noom will potentially see themselves at Labour Court, and this is where they need to discuss all the issues. And you remember Amcu still saying that they have more numbers. We understand from Gold One, what they've told us is that as the mine, they understand what is happening. They're not opposing that Amcu be seen as a majority, but they just want all things to take basically the right steps. So they are also waiting for Thursday. They're concerned though for the safety of the people that are working. They currently have a skeleton crew that's currently working within the mine. As you can see, there's a lot of police around me, so there's a lot of heavy security for those people that are working in this area. They have some of them now driven out, but it doesn't seem like the Amcu members that are here are going to be leaving anytime soon. But it has started affecting the people in the area as well. We spoke to a family that was also affected, that woke up to a tear gas in their home outside their yard, and just smelling that tear gas, and that as a result affected a 2-year-old and a 15-year-old as well as the parents. So quite tense in the area, but you can see some of the members of the community just sort of walking around to check what's happening. A little earlier on also we saw a grade 12. She couldn't speak to us, but she had to go write a business paper too, and she says that she was scared. She couldn't come out because she was worried what was taking place in the neighborhood, and as a result she was going to write exams, and a parent had to come back and pick her up from the house and drive her out. So there's a lot that's taking place and affecting the people in the area too.
Nqobile Madlala, thank you very much indeed. Our reporter on station this afternoon. Very difficult situation, as you can see, of course, behind her. Heavily armed police officers there after what happened underground just 2 weeks ago. We'll be back to Nqobile the moment that there's any action there as well.